We are back live here for the third period. I need to update my scoreboard. I often forget to do that when we resurface. So we were looking at the board, and there was clearly some confusion on what time was the game today. And I know you all who may be in the Twin Cities and have a kid on the team were hearing all the different messages. First we thought it was maybe at 8 a.m., then we thought it was at 10 a.m. Well, this picture, if I can pull it up here, kind of does it justice. This is what we were dealing with when we looked at the board. I know that's probably a fairly small image, but if you look, essentially sometime at 7 p.m., they just started putting huge X's around the various games so that, they were initially going to do like a semifinals and a finals, and then someone just decided we're going to put a huge X. That's what that far right, was, and the other X, and so they made it just this single game. I think they found the right pairing here, which is probably the two clear best teams in the tournament are meeting again in the championship game. The third place game was Osseo Maple Grove versus Cloquet. Osseo Maple Grove won that game 2-1. Would have been fun for our boys to play Cloquet. That's another good hockey town up north. But I'm glad we didn't have to play Osseo Maple Grove. We're about to drop the puck here. Let's see if Edina can rebound from what was a not good second period. Take control again. The one omen that hopefully we have going in our favor is that all 5 goals in this game have been scored towards the left-hand side, and we are going towards the left-hand side now. I will tell you the interesting development, I just saw that happen, is the Zamboni driver just dumped a ton of water on this, and since we didn't do a full warm-up, here comes White shot that tips up and over. The puck is, I think you're going to see for the first minutes here, while this ice still sets, the puck's sticking, and I was sticking there for Peterson too, but he was able to get it to White down at the goal line, centering pass. That's Peterson battling. Puck sticks again. Sprague. We have a resident expert on Zamboniing, who's John Finn, and I was talking to him, they put way too much water down. Here's Keel. Keel tried to find Salmon. Van Summer has it stolen from him, sent in front, shot, save. That was maybe the best one of the day. That was a really good opportunity for East Grand Forks. Spindler got in front of it. Didn't give up a rebound as the player was waiting for it as well. Draw in the Edina zone. We've played about a minute of this period. There's 15:57 left in the third. I'll go put the scoreboard back up here. It's 3-2 in favor of Edina. Here's Saber. Saber's gonna skate it himself. Puck's got stuck again on that water. Sends it down low. Falk gives chase. There's Salmon. Salmon's pursuing. East Grand Forks is able to break out. Here they come 2-on-1. 2-on-1, Finn defending. They've got a player in the center. Oh, skipped right over his stick. Nicely defended. It's a good opportunity for East Grand Forks here early in the second, or in the third. They already had one. Falk sends it in. As I said, Edina was heavily outshot in that second period. Here comes East Grand Forks back the other way. They hit the pipe post again. That's the third time I've counted on the day they've hit the post. There's Torin. He was trying to feed White, sent in. It should be an intentional. It's going to be at the center here. No one really, I think everyone's confused on how to apply that intentional offside or icing. Sorry, intentional offsides. This ref and crew seems to be putting it at center ice. We always want it down in their own zone. Off that draw, East Grand Forks. Good job by Ingles stepping in. This is going to be, nope, that one White was able to clear. I thought it was going to be an offside. Player skates past a couple of forecheckers. This is Fitzgerald defending. Goes off the side of the net. I thought for a moment that was in. They go D to D. Torin defending. White was looking for Roy. There's Roy. Kicks it back to White. Angle then gets it to Roy. Roy's going to carry it out. Cross the red line. Send it in. I think now the ice is set. Shouldn't have the puck sticking anymore. We're a couple minutes in. 14:25 left in the third period. Sent in by East Grand Forks. That shot was going wide. Spindler stopped it for Keel. Turnover here at the tops of the circles. Keel uses the glass, gets it out. The referee's arm is up. It's going to be an icing. Face off back in the Edina zone. We're still playing on our heels a bit. 1-0 in terms of shots so far. This is Salmon. Draw one cleanly back. Shot. Save. Okay, then a cross check on East Grand Forks. Not called. Salmon still with it. Sprague eventually gets it out to Peterson. Now Sprague. Turnover there by East Grand Forks. Sprague with it on the blue line. Working in. Good recovery by number 11 for East Grand Forks. Keel holds it in. Shot. Low. Goal! That's Sprague from Keel. Sprague from Keel. That's exactly what we needed. First shot here of the third period. We get back a 2-goal lead. That was a great tip from Sprague on a shot from Keel. That's Sprague's second of the day. We'll see if there's any other assists announced. That was what we needed. I'm telling you, let's get more shots on this goalie. I think he's having a rough day, just like their goalie yesterday had a rough day. Not sure if it was the same person. There's Seaman. Seaman got ridden into the boards. Player gets by. Finn. This is dangerous. Shot goes up, and Spindler got his shoulder on it, sent it into the netting. Draw should stay in the zone, and that's where it looks like it is. Oh, that was a good goal there for Sprague, and exactly what we needed. They're sending it out. See, this is where I thought that one would stay in, because I thought that hit Sprague. I'm sorry, I thought that hit Spindler. That's what the referees are talking about right now. They're sending it back into the zone. I think that's the right application of the rule. That was right on that draw. They walk it in, and it's goal. Goal by East Grand Forks. We got to do a better job of covering up those guys off the draw. They bring it forward. It's now 4-3. My blood pressure was coming down a little bit when we got the 2-goal lead with about 13:30 left. Now it's back up as we gave back one of them. East Grand Forks back with the momentum. We're answering with Salmon, Roy, Torrin, Engel, and Fitzgerald. Engel to Fitzgerald. Back to Engel. Those two do it so well on the regroup. Turnover there in the neutral zone. Engel. So that was Sprague from Keel. Here's Salmon. Salmon was standing still with it. He was looking for Torrin. Sent up and out. Nicely done by East Grand Forks. This is Fitzgerald in a foot race. I think it's going to be an icing, and it is. Whew. That was close as the player had a step or two on Fitzgerald's draw back in the East Grand Forks end. There is a wall of fame here. I've been meaning to show this picture all game. I'll try to do it quickly. There's a wall of fame here that has probably about 30 or 40 people. Here are the requirements for it. I'm going to have a hard time reading it, but you basically have to be a college All-American. You have to make it through the NHL. You have to be a Hall of Famer. It's actually pretty special how they do that. So I'll get back to live action. I just wanted to show that for the benefit of folks. See some of the nostalgia here in Roseau. I think they have 40 or 50 people. That's an open ice collision. Good job by both players not getting a penalty. There's been no penalties yet in this third period. Edina clinging to a 1-goal lead, 4-3, with about 12-15 left in the game. There's Keel. Keel evades a check. Good job by Van Summeren helping out. Peterson battling on those near boards. Centering pass. Keel there. Keel, good pass to White. White's got Peterson coming down the left side. Then White holds it in. Good check there by East Grand Forks. Knocks right off the puck. Now they come back the other way, 3-on-3. Poke check by Finn. Nicely done there. Sent out. East Grand Forks trying to capitalize. If they can sense the momentum. They're playing with a sense of urgency. They hit the post again. That one was going off the side of the net. Here's a centering pass out to the D. Shot. Cleared away there. That wasn't on net yet. Spindler did a good job of making himself big. Good job by Falk pushing it down low. Seaman sends it in. Salmon chasing. We're down to 11:20 left in the third period. There's Salmon battling on his farboards. Good check there by Seaman. Legal check, and then he poke checks it away in the neutral zone. Gives chase. Sent up. Here comes East Grand Forks down the right side. Shot save. It was a stick save that was weakly sent in by East Grand Forks. Here comes Falk. Falk to Salmon. Salmon to Seaman. Seaman unable to get that one low. Oh, nice job by Falk standing up the guy in the neutral zone. He gets it. Sends it in. Icing's waved off. Roy gives chase. Roy knocks him off the puck momentarily. There's two guys back there. We're down to 10:30 left in the third period. Played almost 7 minutes in the third. That's Roy battling. Here's White. White intercepts the clearing pass. Sends it towards Torin. Torin one times it. Gets a shot on goal. Let's just keep feeding these shots on goal. He stays out there. Torin, White, Roy, Engel, and Fitzgerald. These guys are giving it their all here on this Sunday morning championship game. Centering pass. He's looking for Roy. Gets past everyone. Fitzgerald tipped it. Waved off. Here comes Engel, and Spindler leaves it there for Engel. Engel's got a guy right on him. Aggressive on the forecheck by East Grand Forks. He is able to leave that there for White. White centering pass. That was a dangerous. The puck is still loose. White was trying to send that out. Sent it right into a player who is uncovered in front. Spindler's without a stick. Now he's got Engel's stick. Blocker save there. Engel's without a stick. He gave his stick to Spindler. Another player loses their stick. White's also without a stick. He's trying to kick it forward. Edina's scrambling. Torin trying to get it out, unable to. Now Roy's finally able to get out. Nicely done. That's not going to be an ice. Everyone's collecting their stick. That's Engel who got his stick back. Spindler picks it up. I swear, it's hard to announce when these games are so tense. It is East Grand Forks with it in the neutral zone. Salmon, nicely done there. He dispossesses East Grand Forks momentarily. Peterson uses the glass to get it out. That should stop and not be an ice. The player held up. Oh, that's a bad call. The player clearly let up. Went off the glass. That was not a good call. So draw back in the Edina zone. There's 9:05 left. Edina obviously clinging to this 1-goal lead. I got shots at 4-2 this period. All that sequence, I actually don't think they recorded any shots, but it was super dangerous. They're sitting right next to the mouth of the goal cage. Eventually it was cleared away. This is Peterson defending. Good check there by Peterson. Centering pass. East Grand Forks still with it. Keel defending. Oh, good job by Saber getting a stick on that centering pass. Still dangerous on the boards. Poke checked away there momentarily by Saber, and then Spindler ends up glove saving that shot that was right at the face-off dot. So we get 3 fresh forwards out. And we're going to switch up the D. 8:37 left in the third. Trying to breathe deeply. It's actually a really intense environment here. There's a fair amount of folks in the crowd. I think there's a fair amount of just random Roseau people who came to the rink today. This is Falk. He takes it across the red line, sends it all the way in. Seaman also giving chase on the forecheck. Sent out by East Grand Forks. Engel collects it. Tried to send it deep, but East Grand Forks got in front of it. This is East Grand Forks circling. White got his stick on that one. It's a shot from the outside. Glove saved and held onto by Spindler. Draw come up to the left of him. Got shots this period now at 6-2 in favor of East Grand Forks. They're kind of reasserting their shot advantage. White on the draw. Wins it to Finn. Finn kicked it to his stick. Send it all the way around. This will be icing if it makes it. Players slowing up again. That time they waved it off. East Grand Forks left it there for their D. This is Torin pushing. We're the 7-minute, 45 seconds remaining in the third period. Good work there by Roy to hold it in momentarily. There's White in the neutral zone, stepped in front of his man, led to an errant pass by East Grand Forks. East Grand Forks with it, behind the net, cycles back. Alex White steals it from his player, has it stolen from him back though. Actually, Roy sends it down. I think this is going to be icing. Referee's arm is up. Icing coming back into the Edina zone. 7:23 remaining. Salmon, Keel, Sprague, Peterson. That's Van Summeren working down low. He's good check there by Van Summeren, keeping his guy pinned against the boards. He's got Salmon helping him out too. Squirts free. Keel gets his stick on it. Held in there by East Grand Forks. Oh, there's a check from behind. I can't believe they didn't call that call. They should have called that. That was a horrible non-call there. That was a clear check from behind on Peterson. Salmon, far boards. That's Van Summeren battling in the neutral zone. Peterson lays on a hit there. Nicely done. This is into the Grand Forks own momentarily. Keel's forced to retreat. He sends it in. It's going to be an offsides. That was an interesting sequence. Definitely, I think, should have been a checking from behind call on Grand Forks. Not called. Have been no penalties according to my count this third period. I got penalties overall, 3 for Edina and 2 for Grand Forks. Those 2 resulted in a 5-on-3. Here's Engel retreating, defending as Grand Forks comes in. At 14, likes to walk around. That was a shot saved and made it all the way through, but there was no one screening and no rebound given up by Spindler. 6:17 left in the third. Draw in the Edina zone. White ties up his man, gets it back to Engel. Engel gets hit as he pushes it forward to Falk. Falk tried to get it to White, eventually pokes out of the zone. East Grand Forks goes D to D. They're rushing in at the top of the circle. Shot, save, rebound. Still loose. Shot goes wide. Shot goes wide. Still dangerous. Top of the circle. Good job by Fitzgerald covering up his guy. Edina is on their heels again in the defensive zone. That's Falk. Shot goes wide. Seaman defending. White attempted post check. Scored. They walk around, get us on the wraparound, tie up the game here. I think Spindler was looking for a pass. It's now 4-4. 5:29 left. Grand Forks back with the momentum. Shots I have this period at 9-2. We are in a battle. This is what you'd expect for a championship Sunday. East Grand Forks, Torin was trying to pick on that pass. Sent in, Saber gets it to Torin. Torin, here comes Grand Forks the other way. This is Saber defending. Grand Forks is asserting ourselves here in the second half of this game. Off that Salmon, push it forward, still not out. Sent back in by Grand Forks. Here comes Torin. Torin gets it to Salmon. Comes out. That goes high and wide. Finn. Got it out and sent back in by Grand Forks. Going to be an offsides. Draw in the neutral zone. 4:47 left in the tie game. White, Peterson, Sprague. Pushed forward by White. Sent in by Grand Forks. That was on net. Spindler pushed it to Van Summeren. Now here's Peterson. Peterson gets it to White. Here comes Sprague. Sprague, he can be dangerous from there. Gets by. Still with it. That was Keel nicely defending. Grand Forks sends it in. They're content to play the dump it down low game. Still with it is Grand Forks. They do a really good job of cycling. They keep possession in our end. Van Sumeren uses his backhand to get it to Sprague. Here comes Sprague to Peterson. Goes off of Peterson's stick. Grand Forks comes back the other way. There's a check there by Peterson, no call. Here comes Sprague. Sprague gets by one guy, still with it. Sends it down low. Held in by Engel. Getting some help from Seaman. Still battling on those far boards. Falk keeps it in, but not able to get it deep. Held in there nicely by Salmon. Salmon sends it down low now. We're down to 3:20 remaining. 3:20 in the third period. Seaman battling. Sent out. Engel shot. Keeps it down low. There's Falk. Centering pass to Seaman. Defended. Engel holds it again momentarily. Oh, here comes East Grand Forks. One-on-one. Nicely done by Fitzgerald. Puck still loose. Goes wide. Engel back on the check. Dispossesses. Gets it to Salmon. Held out and then back in. Caught in the air by Grand Forks. Sent back in. Draw in the neutral zone. 2:51 remaining in the third period. Scores 4-4. My blood pressure is higher than it was 2 hours ago. It's been an intense game. You can hear the cheers, hopefully. It's a good environment here at the Roseau Memorial Arena, my favorite arena in the state. Saber, Torin, White helping out down below the goal line. Finn as well. Centering pass. Saber got down in front of that one. It goes out to the point. One-timer. Miss. Fanned by East Grand Forks. 2:23 remaining. They headman it nicely. They're back in 3-on-2. This is Saber defending. They're at the near boards. Good check there by Saber. He's got help from Torn. 2:10 remaining. Outwalk. Oh, just sent right on the back post. Player unable to connect on that. Is held in by East Grand Forks. Good job by Torrin coming back. We're down to 1:55 remaining. That's Torrin. He's got White out to the point. Shot. Hits White. Player streaking in after it. Unable to get his stick on it for East Grand Forks. Sent to Roy. Roy's got time. Roy's got White in the middle. He gets it to White. Here's White at the red line. Sends it all the way down. It was near the net, which allowed the player, the goalie for East Grand Forks, to get it to on the stick of number 6. He gets across the blue line. His shot, save, rebound, covered up by Spindler. I got shots this period at 11-2. It's been that sort of a day. It's hard to believe we outshot them 11-9 in the first period, but since then it's been mostly all East Grand Forks, at least in the shot category, and we've been successful in converting our limited opportunities. East Grand Forks takes a timeout. There's 1:27 left in the third period. Draw in the Edina zone. There's been no penalties this period. Edina talking strategy, as is East Grand Forks. I think you'll see a lot of number 9 and number 7, number 11 and number 6 the rest of the way in for East Grand Forks. Those are the guys that have gotten the bulk of their goals and are created opportunities from the points. Curious if they'll go straight to shootout. That's what folks were saying earlier, if it remains a tie game or if there will be a limited overtime period and then a shootout. I think that's a little bit of what the referees were talking through with the scoreboard operator. Looks like he's a person in charge. I think that was Bodie Finn calling out the cheer. Edina brings out their 5 skaters. East Grand Forks counters. They do have 7, 6, 9, 11 out there, along with number 16, I think. Number 15 or 16, it's hard to tell from here. That draw went cleanly back to East Grand Forks. That's Sprague pursuing. Salmon got his stick on the centering pass. Salmon with it, he's got a little bit of time. Leaves it back there for Sprague. Sprague pushes it forward, gets it out. It's probably gonna be an ice. Doesn't go on net, so it's gonna be an ice. So 1 minute and 11 seconds left. Keel and Engel on the point, Sprague, Salmon, and Peterson. Draw one back to the point by East Grand Forks. It's nicely done by Salmon. Still loose, Keel with it. Keel overskates it, then has it stolen from him. Engel pushes it on those far boards. Salmon there. Here's Sprague. Sprague gets tripped. It is called. They actually called the penalty. I'm surprised they called that penalty. It's the right call. Sprague got tripped. East Grand Forks goes to the box with 52 seconds remaining. Edina on the power play. 52 seconds. That was kind of a lazy person's trip. Now Edina takes a timeout. I don't think he got his feet moving enough. Sprague kept his feet moving, and as the stick got in his way, it's a trip, leading to Edina having the one-man advantage. I assume if we do play an overtime period, that the remaining time would roll into the next period. First penalty of the third period goes against East Grand Forks. I have penalties recorded as 3 and 3. 2 minutes for tripping. The far more obvious one was on Peterson's check from behind earlier that they did not call on the player who hit Peterson into the boards from behind. You can see there's just a random collection of fans. There's a group in that corner. There's a group in the far corner. This is where all the parents are from both sides. There's people in the warm area also observing. Here comes Edina, breaking. East Grand Forks breaks. They remain with 11, 6, 7, and 9 out there for East Grand Forks. Edina keeps the same. Well, actually, no, they switched up a couple of them. It's Sprague, White, Peterson, Engel, and Fitzgerald. Sprague on the draw, pushes it forward, sent in, kept in by. That was kept in by Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald sent it to Engel. Engel's shot goes wide. He was looking for screens and tips in front. Now East Grand Forks breaks out. Engel intercepts their clearance pass at the red line, sends it back in, down to 35 seconds. That's Sprague giving chase. Sprague, White to Peterson. This is where these guys can be so dangerous. Peterson on that White on the far side. They're going to try to feed it to him. Here's Sprague, back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald to Engel. Engel to White. Final 15 seconds, shot on goal. Cleared out and down. This should be an icing. Referee's arms are up. It's an icing. There's only 9 seconds left in regulation. Draw back in the East Grand Forks end. They keep their same 4 skaters. It looks like we'll keep our same 5 skaters. White on the draw. Last time it was Sprague from the other side. I think White's going to try to draw this one back. Pushed into the corner by East Grand Forks. Now he tries to just drag it. That's going to do it for the period. Buzzer ends. End of regulation. Score is 4-4. And no one's, at least I'm not sure of what's going to happen. And like I already showed, that I think this Rosa tournaments, they kind of make them up as they go a little bit. It was my understanding before this game that they go straight to a shootout. I actually couldn't understand what the guy said. So 5-minute overtime period and then a shootout. That was a muffled relaying of what's going to happen. I'm guessing it was a 5-minute penalty period. I think this actually helps us because we are still on the power play for another minute 9. Yeah, they just put 5 minutes on the board. So minute 9 on the one-man advantage power play for Edina. 5-minute sudden death period. This is as good as it gets. Should start charging for these telecasts. I saw, at least in the first 2 periods, I can never see how many people are on when I'm projecting live, but I can check when I stop, and I saw there were more than 45 people on for the first period, which is great. I'm excited that there's that much support in the community. I know last week I was competing with a Vikings game. I know today I'm competing with a Vikings game. I don't know the score, but I can check the score, so maybe I'll just do that for a moment. Good news is we've got what could be a 8-hour drive back, or however long it's going to take us to get back, so I'll be able to rest my voice. Edina starts with the same 5 skaters they finished with. Nope, they're changing out a couple players. Peterson, White, Sprague, Keel, and Fitzgerald. That draw controlled by East Grand Forks as we start this overtime period. I got into the end. That's going to be a draw into the East Grand Forks end as it hit off. I'm going to change this to say OT. I think I did that successfully. White wins it back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, there's 1 minute left on the power play. Oh, tried to find White cross ice, nicely defended by East Grand Forks. There's no ice, nicely done too to send it down. Fitzgerald leaves that there for Keel. Keel up to Peterson. We're in sudden death overtime. Peterson was trying to find White, but stolen from him. Now Fitzgerald. 35 seconds left on the power play. It's unfortunate we haven't been able to set up here in this overtime period. Fitzgerald's going to skate it himself, and then he turns. He's got a forechecker on him. Sends it to White. I do think these players it's been the same penalty killers the whole time for East Grand Forks. They haven't felt that much pressure, so maybe it's not going to be fatigued, but now they are able to get it out, and this may not have enough juice to be off icing. That's not true. It is going to be an icing. Sent all the way down. East Grand Forks switches up their forwards, at least one of them so far. "13 seconds left on the power play. We get Salmon, Torin, Seaman, Saber, and Engel out there. A draw controlled initially by Edina. That's Torin. To Salmon. Back to Engel. Puck was stuck on the boards and hard to handle, but it is saved in here. This is Salmon. Salmon shot. Take goal! Game-winning goal by Salmon. You captured it. Snuck in off the goal line. Here's the celebration. That'll make the whatever long our bus ride is feel better. That was a 5-on-5 goal. I thought that was the only shot on goal I had in the overtime period. Scored by Taylor Salmon. That was the second goal I had for him today. We end 5-4. Congratulations to Edina on winning the Roseau tournament. So they had Salmon from Torin. That's your game winner. We are leaving here victorious. Congratulations to the players and coaches. Say your prayers for a drive back. Hope everyone gets back safely. And we will be back for the next broadcast.